How to monetize partial ownership of real estate in Taiwan. Do you have partial ownership of real estate in Taiwan? Do you have no idea how to deal with the partial ownership and it makes you very confused? Do you want to monetize your partial ownership? Hi, I'm Joshua Dai, a Taiwanese lawyer. I've practiced law in Taiwan for more than 13 years and I have dealt with more than 80 cases of partial ownership in Taiwan. Let me tell you a story about how to deal with partial ownership of real estate in Taiwan. It's Kathy's case. Kathy's father, Mr. Wen, he's an old man. Last year, Mr. Wen passed away and Mr. Wen has two children, George and Kathy. Mr. Wen's main property is a house located in Da'an District, Taipei City, Taiwan. Because Mr. Wen has two children, George and Kathy. George and Kathy both had half ownership of real estate. Because George and Kathy are both Mr. Wen's successors, they both had half ownership of the house. As for Kathy, she was very confused because Kathy was born in the US and she has lived there for more than 30 years. Kathy didn't know how to speak Mandarin and she had difficulty communicating with George. George now lived in the house and George also refused to discuss with Kathy about how to deal with the house. Although Kathy had half ownership of the house, she cannot cash out or she cannot monetize the house. So she came to our law firm for assistance. In Kathy's case, usually she can follow two steps to deal with her half ownership. In Kathy's case, because Kathy had difficulty communicating with George, she can file a lawsuit against George for allocating Mr. Wen's property, which is mainly the house. During the court process, he also wanted to buy Kathy's half ownership. If this is the case, Kathy could sold half ownership to George according to market value. It's totally fine. But if George didn't want to buy Kathy's half ownership, then Kathy could ask the court to forcibly sell the house totally, and it will enter the second step. We call it auction. Please be reminded, during the auction procedure, both George and Kathy's ownership would be sold. That is to say, the house would be sold totally. Not only Kathy's half ownership, but the house totally. The buyer will get 100% of the house. Therefore, the house could be sold with a better price, not only half ownership. For example, if the house was sold $1 million, then both George and Kathy could get $0.5 million. Then after Kathy got her money, she no longer needed to worry about her half ownership because she successfully cashed out. To very quickly summarize for you, if you have partial ownership problem in Taiwan, you can follow two steps. The first one is you can file a lawsuit in Taiwan against other people. And if you had difficulty attending a court hearing in Taiwan, you can hire a lawyer to represent for you in Taiwan's court. And the second step is to allocating the property, which is to say you can get the money according to your partial ownership. If you want to deal with your partial ownership of real estate in Taiwan, please feel free to fill out the form below to make an appointment with our law firm. Or you can email us. The email address is listed below. Or you can also phone us. Please feel free to contact us. So this is today's video. See you then. Bye bye.